as expected, fully. Amir. And it's the...
This bout is scheduled.
All the seats have been taken. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Do you believe what we are seeing? There's a counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Punching. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, boy. Amir Khan, dazed. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned? And there's the bell for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
The right hook just missed. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. And there's the bell to start round three. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
counts all the time. That jab was blocked. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to trade shots. The jab slightly off target. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Yes, I like that round. Good round, you feel good? Good work out there.
Back together and put him back in his place. Come on.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
You gotta go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You're letting him back.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Well, he's had enough, and he is going to quit. And that is that. They surrender this. So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson. And here he is. Amir. This back. One of the hottest. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet, here it is, and here we go. Good defense to block the hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Great combination. Punch, counter punch. That hook just can't find the target. You want to know what it feels like to have Terrence Crawford hit you below the belt? Well, just ask Amir Khan. That's what happened the first time they fought, as Khan had to retire.
The last time I felt a little short-changed, we finished a little too early. I hope this one goes a bit further than expected. Oh, it's all bunched in the first 6 rounds.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab doesn't quite connect. Just missed with that puller right there. Crawford in trouble. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to... There's the bell for round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How about that time counter shot? These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Let's get it started in round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, then get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Can't land the jab there. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. These two fighters are made for one another. Here's a counter shot. Misses with the straight left. No rest for the weary. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. There's the bell for round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Out of the way of that right hook. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Lucky that hook didn't score. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come. And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That hook doesn't score. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
Just missed with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Back out there and win the round. Great round, now relax.
There's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The right hook misses. Good counter punch. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Both men step back for just a moment. Straight right just misses. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get that jab. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
That will do it. They want no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.